Yeah, we officially crossed the $34 trillion threshold. $34 trillion in debt. And again, I make this perfectly clear. Take your politics and you can flush it down a toilet. Because Democrats, Republicans, they're both to blame for this. Last year, I'm yelling and screaming about Republicans pushing through another omnibus spending bill, Republicans raising the debt ceiling again, more and more spending, more and more wars, handouts for COVID, handouts for this, handouts for that. $34 trillion equates to $100,000 per citizen. $100,000 per citizen. That's what we owe. That's what, man, it's a shame all of these people that are sneaking in from the southern border, they're not loaded. I mean, they'd be able to help out with this debt. I don't know what's going to be done. I really don't. You take a look at what this is going to cost us when it comes to interest payments. And again, a little perspective here. 40 years ago, it was under $1 trillion. 40 years ago, it was under $1 trillion. By the time Bill Clinton left office, we were in a much better fiscal situation than we were. Much better when it came to deficits and handling what was going on. Again, let me try to look at 2022, $475 billion was our interest payments. By 2032, it's going to be $1.4 trillion. On the same path we're on right now, in 2053, interest payments are projected to be $5.4 trillion. That's money for nothing. That's interest payments. That's money we're flushing down the toilet. Again, we throw these numbers around all the time. And quite frankly, most people can't even comprehend $1 trillion. Again, think of 34 with 12 zeros behind it. So again, I want you to do this. Let's do this as an exercise right now. I want you to think about $1 trillion in terms of time really quickly. Think about 1 trillion seconds. 1 trillion seconds. How long ago do you think that might be? Well, again, 1,000 seconds ago was 17 minutes ago. 12 days for 1 million seconds to go by. For 1 billion seconds, 31.7 years. So a trillion seconds would be 31,709.8 years. There was no written history 1 trillion seconds ago. The pyramids hadn't been built yet. Wasn't any of those cave paintings weren't even done yet in France. Still had saber-toothed tigers running around. That's 1 trillion seconds ago. Now, again, we are $34 trillion in debt with, again, no fiscal sanity in sight, nowhere to be found in the two leading presidential candidates. And most certainly not with Donald Trump, most certainly not with Joe Biden. Just more of the same. Just press print and, keep mortgaging our kids' future. WatchDog on WallStreet.com.